The strips are 1.5 inches wide, and I'm sewing them right sides together on the right side of the quilt, the top side of the quilt. 1/4 inch seam. So after I sewed that together, then I'm rolling it over to the back side of the quilt and turn it down twice, turn it over, and then I'm going to tack it to the back of the quilt there so it makes a rolled finish. Frank asks, do the problematic challenges still add dimension and learning experience at your level of quilting, or is that aspect more overshadowed by the hassle? Well, this is life. You can ask the same thing about life, for sure. It's what it's the options that we're faced with every day. What we can do, how we can surrender, how we can accept what's happening without having it even be a hassle. So that's always my project. It's bigger than having the poles screw up or whatever, or it's bigger than the quilt. Everything I've ever learned, you could ask the same question, and so I don't think that my level of quilting, as you describe it, makes any difference really. It's no different than anybody else working on a quilt. Sometimes frustration seems to come because you don't know what the problem is. When I was having the problem here, I didn't know what the problem was. I knew things weren't happening the way they ought to be happening, but I didn't know what the problem was. So that's frustrating. But, I don't know, sometimes I get sick of that word embrace, but it's kind of true. You have to just, it's an opportunity to work with a challenge. As for the difficulty I was having threading my needles with the Sachiko thread, Marihani says that she knows in her family there are people that actually fold the thread. I'm not sure whether that's lengthwise or crosswise, she means. Fold the thread, twist it with their fingers, and use the resulty pointy bit to hit the eye of the needle. Well, there's spit too. I've used quite a bit of spit to try to get a point. I haven't tried, I've sort of twisted a little. Sometimes I press it between my two front teeth. Well, I have more than two front teeth, but between two of my front teeth. That's what I mean. And some other times it just goes right in, so I don't know. And then Majoofi says, is there a reason not to use one of those needle threading thingamajigs, or would that be cheating? No, I would use one if I had one. I just keep forgetting to buy one. And I think part of it is I just don't think they'd work, but that's kind of dumb. YesCandles, and several people have asked me if they can make bids on this quilt. So yes, I will be selling it, and the top bid that I have received so far is for $850. So if you want it, just send me the information, and I think you can get my email address. It's on my site.